Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I am doing an end of series review. I've already reviewed the first 4 of the Land of Stories series and I've already reviewed The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman, so I'm just gonna finish up these 2 series with the last 2 books in each. Starting with His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, which is The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass. These 2 books follow Lyra. These 2 books follow Lyra, I don't know, and Will as they hop through worlds and try to stop dust from destroying the world because of Lyra's mother, both. Clearly it didn't make much of an impression on me, but let's get started. So these books, 1, didn't make much of an impression on me, 2, were not terribly impressive to me. I don't understand why they're classics. I get that they're decent books. I gave them all a 3 out of 5 stars, but they didn't really capture my attention. I didn't particularly like Lyra. I liked Will. I thought he was kind of fun and more realistic. I loved the animals. Pantalaimon, I think is how you say Lyra's demon's name. He was really interesting, and I loved the concept of having demons who change shape when you're a kid, and then when you mature enough, they settle into one shape that is your personality. And I did like how that was done in the 3rd book. What I didn't like in the 3rd book was the romance that ends up happening. It felt forced and just completely ridiculous. It almost made it seem like romance is when you know you're mature. And if that was true, then I would not be mature at all right now. So, didn't like that part at all. What I liked in the 2nd book was the world hopping. Well, in both books. I liked the world hopping in it. I liked Yorick, the polar bear, because I just really like him. I did find it interesting, the change in Lyra's mother. I liked the friendship between Will and Lyra, but my favorite part of these 2 books was honestly the rolling antelopes. I don't know how else to describe them because I don't remember if they had a specific name. They did, but I don't remember it. So I'm calling them rolling antelopes. I loved the descriptions of them. They were so original and cool. I don't know how to explain it, but that was my favorite part of the entire trilogy, was watching that scientist live with them and help them and observe them as these rolling antelopes. Other than that, the writing was fine. It was fairly easy to get through. I had to really push myself to finish this trilogy because I didn't like it. Which I realize a lot of people say don't finish a book or a trilogy if you don't like it, but I have a real problem with DNFing books. So I wanted to finish the series and see what all the fuss was about. And now I at least know what they're talking about when they tell me about them. The next series is, as I said, The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer, which is ended in book 5 and 6, The Author's Odyssey and Worlds Collide. These books obviously continue books 1 through 4 of the same series. The entire series follows Alex and Connor Bailey, who are twins in the US, and they find out that they somehow have a really special connection with the fairy tale world. They can move back and forth between our world and the fairy tale world. So that's what they do in all of these books. A rather important, heinous villain comes into play in book 2, kind of the end of book 2, and then is in play through most of it. My big problem with that is primarily that the villain just sort of poofs away in book 5. It seemed overly easy to get rid of the villain that way, and I think it could have been and should have been done much better. However, book 5 follows Alex and Connor as they go into Connor's stories for reasons that I can't say because of spoilers, but I liked going into Connor's stories for the fact that it was interesting to see how Connor wrote in his world and what he took, but I also didn't need an entire book that was honestly just them going into these other stories. It felt a little bit disjointed, like it was more of a companion novel than it was part of the series. However, the 6th book, I can't get my numbers straight today, the 6th book did a really good job of wrapping everything up. The prologue part of it really scared me because it indicated something happened to one of my favorite characters, and I was incredibly concerned, but then by the end of it, all was well and I was okay. Like I said, the 6th book wrapped it up all really nicely. Again, the villain from books 2 through 5 basically isn't present in this one, and that bothered me. It just felt forced and like it maybe shouldn't have been there, or the villain should have been kept. But honestly, that's probably my biggest complaint. You see all of the characters come together in the 6th book and save the fairy tale world kind of thing, which was fun. I like watching all of them. It's really interesting to see how Colfer took all of these different stories, and now that I think about it, kind of made a Once Upon a Time for young adults in book form. That is all I have for my ending of series right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up down below. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you think of them, specifically probably his Dark Materials, because I would like to know why people are fascinated with it. I want to know. But at any rate, I will leave my Goodreads link down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.